Hi Ellie, how are you?
Hey girl, hi everybody. Whew. Guys, I'm okay. At the moment, yeah, I'm so red. My cheeks are on fire. I don't know. It's because I've been running around like a mad woman today, or if it's because I've drank a glass of wine. You know, sometimes you get that hot liquor
Yes,
flash.
yes.
Um, but I'm just grateful it's the weekend. Guys, we're recording this on a Saturday. So I'm so sorry if you're listening on Monday. Peak times, you've got the whole week to survive. But yeah, it's really been a week. It's been a
Yeah,
stressful
tell me
week.
about your week because I feel like you were so busy.
Guys, do you know what? Yeah, my manager went on annual leave. So not only did I have my clients chasing me, but I had his clients chasing me, which is just never a
Oh,
vibe. Because tell me why, yeah. Do you know when you finalize something, something's gone, yeah? It's done. It's ready to be built. They then come back asking for more changes.
this happens to me all of the time.
My colleague was like, tell them you're closed for comments. Just be like, you're closed for comments. No, but seriously, because he's obviously handed over certain jobs that he knows are still ongoing,
Mm.
but jobs that he's closed off, he's not going to hand them over to me. What a waste of his time. So now I'm like, what the hell do I do with this? I'm having to text him. I was on annual leave. I felt terrible. I was the only one in my team who messaged him. I was like, oh, it
Oh,
had to be me. Miss
hate that for you.
Independent where? Do you know what
But
I
he
mean?
he did say you can message him, right?
No, he did. He made a WhatsApp group chat like specifically for that reason. Um,
Sorry, that's so peak because being a manager, you have to just be on all the time, even when you're on annual leave, just in case.
yeah, it's peak, man. It's so peak. But our team at the moment is a bit light on the ground. Like, I think we need someone else more, like as senior as him slash just below him. Because it's hard. He's having to do everything. It's a bit mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt it this week. I felt it getting all his emails. And then I was on inspection Friday, so my week got cut short. Monday, guys, I'm not even gonna bore you with it, but obviously, Meggie, you already know Billy was in A&E, so my day got cut short. Like,
Yeah, what the
it
hell?
was just madness. Basically, I've barely slept this week. I've been working crazy. IT has been against me. Let's not even get started on IT. Like, yeah, that was my week. But it's the weekend. Today, he had his hospital appointment. So we went at like 8 a.m. to his hospital appointment.
On a Saturday at 8 a.m. That
See. Do you know what?
don't.
I don't even mind the early start, but usually I'd wake up at that time to go gym. So I haven't been gym today because it just threw me off. We were there for like 2.5 hours. It was long. And then we
Was it
went
all okay?
shopping, house shopping. Yeah, it was all fine now.
Okay.
Thank God. Um, yeah, then we went house shopping to try and get some inspo for our bathroom. Bought a plant, as always.
Yes.
And yeah, that was me. Then I came home and cleaned, and I've literally just finished.
Oh, Ellie,
Yeah,
I hate this for you.
it's been a week, guys. But next week is a 4-day weekend, so I
Is it?
shan't complain. Where the hell have you been?
Oh my God. Wait, is that the one where the Monday's off as well?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm so happy.
You are such a fake corporate babe. How are you not checking the bank holidays like 10 months before the bank
No,
holiday arrives?
I knew that it was coming, but I didn't realize it was next week already.
Sis, yeah. It is
Oh
here. Praise the
my
Lord.
God. Oh, ain't that lovely?
Yeah, I'm glad I made your day.
You have.
Yeah, you got a 4-day week ahead, girl.
Oh, thank God. This is so nice.
Yeah, I actually might have to like just do some admin crap tomorrow morning because I'm like 4 days is not enough. It's not enough.
No,
It's not.
don't do that.
No, I have to. I actually have to.
No, you
Otherwise, I'm not
don't.
gonna. No, but I'm thinking. I just log on, do 2 hours. That's it. Just maybe 2 hours. Just some admin
No.
crap, and then next weekend is gonna feel sensational.
No, Ellie. I'd
Well,
rather you just work really late on Monday, no?
but by then it's too late. I'm already stressed. I'd rather not be. I don't need that anxiety. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I hate this for you.
Yeah, it's fine though. 4-day weekend is coming, but you tell me, girl, guys, we haven't recorded since before Meggie went away for her big girl work trip. I'm
Oh,
and I'm ready to hear it all.
it was really good. We got there. My flight was mad delayed. I think was I messaging you at the time?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I was stuck in Turkey for 5 hours, but without leaving the airport because it was the middle of the night. Um, And
And
they
you were
gave
so
me,
positive about it. You were like, it's fine, this airport's nice. I was thinking,
oh,
I'll be in tears.
Istanbul airport is so nice. It is so nice. And they gave me a food voucher, so I got some food. I wasn't hungry though, but like I'm still gonna eat in it. So
Yeah, it's free.
um yeah, exactly. So it was calm. Anyways, um I got there and like the event started Monday, Tuesday, like it went I got there Sunday night and it was just go, go, go. But what
Yeah.
people are so kind. Like when I say like we went for the initial meeting with the bank before like all the workshops and stuff, and there was like a boardroom and like there were loads of plates full of like a variety of fruits, darling, like pineapple, mango, and you know the fruit there
Lovely.
hits different.
Yeah.
And they had that like pots of tea for like each individual, and I'm like, no one. I was getting so frustrated because no one was eating it. And I'm like, at this point, it's my first day in Vietnam. I'm like, is it a cultural thing? Because you know, in certain places, like you can't eat
Yeah.
unless like the top boss eats first or something like that. So
Yeah.
I'm sitting there staring at the fruit. No one's eating it. And I asked my colleague, I was like, are we allowed to eat it? And she was like, I would wait until someone else eats it. Um,
Yeah.
and so no one ate it. And then at the
Full
end,
stop.
no one ate it, and we'd got to the end of the meeting, and I was like, "Oh, the fruit looks lovely." And she was like, "Yeah, help yourself." I was like, "Yes, I will." I literally ate every single piece of fruit. Because what
As
do you
you
mean?
should, girl.
Honestly, come on. But no, the workshops itself went really well. Like it was really enjoyable. I actually like, and I'm actually being genuine. I had such a good time. Like I
Oh, I'm so
genuinely
happy.
felt energized from the event. Like people were just, it was just really nice. I really enjoyed it. And we were having like breakfast together and like lunch together and dinner together. So it was quite intense.
Oh, girl. Mm-mm. I'm out.
Yeah. It was quite intense. I kind of like, I feel like the unspoken thing was that we didn't want to have breakfast together. So like on the
Yeah.
first day, do you remember I said like, oh, I bumped into my colleague, but it was awkward because I'd already eaten and I didn't know if she was expecting us to eat together.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, so it was fine. The last day, the bank took us to this like private dinner where no,
Okay.
it was so lit. It was a private room, like a gorgeous room, like massive table because there were loads of us, and it was basically a taster menu. So they every like couple of minutes they'd bring around a new dish for us to try, all like
Oh
Vietnamese
my
food.
gosh.
It was insane. It was so good. Like the food was so delicious and all of that, and it was nice to like talk to them.
Girl, these experiences you be having as part of the day job is actually insane.
It's insane. Like I literally I felt so lucky.
It's giving CEO. Like deep you're at the start of your career. It's mad. It's actually mad.
So I was deep in it, and we were in the Uber back to the hotel, like me and the clients, because they flew in as well. And like we're in the Uber back, and I'm like, this is so moist. But I'm like looking outside the window, and I'm tearing up because I was like, I can't believe I'm like getting to experience this. And I was like,
No,
pull
I
myself
actually hear
together
it.
because you're actually in a car with like people that are not your friends. Um, and I literally went into my room and I bawled my eyes out, like I was just crying because I just felt so grateful
I
and
love
like
that.
really blessed to have the experience. Um, but yeah, it was really nice. And then on the last night, we like there was a dinner with everyone again, and they fucking put karaoke on.
Wait, what? That was the last thing I was expecting to come out of your mouth.
So one of the people who works for the client that we're working for, it was her birthday week, and she's really
Cute.
like she's such a sweetheart. Like she's so nice, and I have never worked with her before. She just came for the workshop, and she was like, "It's my birthday, so we have to do some karaoke." And so it's so mad because when I told my manager this, she was like, I can't believe you did karaoke with that person. Because the client, like, it's been a journey with this
Yeah.
client. So it was mad. Like, we were doing karaoke. I was like, wow, I can't believe this. It's just insane.
I love that though. I love it when you break barriers with clients. And then the
Same.
next time you work with them, it's not like you're friends, but it's like it's just so much easier, so much more personable. Yeah, I love it. It's way better.
No, it was so nice. Like it honestly so positive. And then the like next day, I'm meant to be going to Bangkok on the weekend, and then there was an earthquake, so I couldn't
Yeah, that was
go.
insane.
Yeah, and that was like I had to cancel everything. We like lost loads of money because of all the flights and stuff, and like it was just and I was like really upset about it, and then I realized that I was upset because I was just like it was my ego was bruised that I couldn't like go
Yeah,
and do
but
my thing.
sis, you worked hard. Like that was your whole own thing, right? You
Yeah.
designed the week, you put everything together, you got the speakers, like that, and also that was the first trip you ever did, right? To Thailand, and that's where you first built your like international
Yeah.
network, let's say. So it
Yeah.
was a big thing. I'd feel the same. But it will
Yeah.
come again when the
Nah,
time is
yeah.
right.
I had to let it go. But then ultimately, because I didn't have any like pressing deadlines, which is so rare by the way, like it's so rare that I have a week like that.
Love that for
Um
you.
same.
You deserve it.
I said to my manager, I was like, since the flight back is not booked anyways, and the price difference is no different if I leave tomorrow versus if I leave next week, can I just stay here and take some annual leave? And she was like, yeah, yeah, go for it. So I did this tour, which is a 4-day tour.
Yes.
It's actually 5 days in the end. But the tour itself is 4 days. But
Mhm.
basically on the back of a motorbike for 4 days straight, stopping off at different locations in the mountains, and
That
it
is
was
so lit.
sick. It was so sick. Like it honestly, it was like I really felt like my cup was being filled, but in a really wholesome way.
Hmm.
Like it
Girl,
was nice.
you look like you made the most amazing friends too. Like I was watching your stories and Billy was like, "Oh, did Meggie go on holiday with her friends?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
No,
"No, she just met those people." Like,
I was only with them for like 4 or 5 days, but I we got so close, and it was so nice because in the group, like as part of the tour, there were so many people there that were like 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds,
mm,
like on the lash vibes, which I totally respect because I've been there.
yeah,
But like my group was so chill. They were like our age and above, and they
yeah,
were just like everyone was just really nice, and like some people were drinking, which is fine. Um, but no, it was just so wholesome. Like I just really enjoyed it.
love that, girl. That do you know what? Slightly, I do feel like everything happens for a reason. And even though you didn't
Mm,
get to go to Thailand, maybe your body just needed that break because
it's
you have
true.
been working.
Yeah.
And so now you're feeling good, like you've had an amazing experience and you can like feel refreshed and start again with work.
Yes, exactly. So it's calm. I'm just
Love
trying to
that.
reschedule the Thailand stuff now.
Let's jump into our poll. Girl, I'm like, guys, it's like 8:30, yeah. I could have honestly go to bed right now. So let me find my vim. Let me find my energy. This is actually I'm excited for this week's topic. So let me wake up. Shall we do shall we start with our favourite feature in this week's episode of being a dumb bitch?
Let's do it.
So this person said, "Oh, I like it when they started for us." In this week's episode of Being a Dumb Bitch, I let slip to my colleague that I got a pay rise, knowing full well she didn't. I have no idea what she's going to do with this information, but I hope she doesn't kick up a fuss because it will come back to me.
So she got a pay rise, but her colleague didn't, and she was telling her about it.
Hmm.
Oh,
This is techie. Do you know what? This is one thing I hate about corporate. Like, pay is so hush hush. No one's paid equally. And it's like, if I work harder, I deserve to be paid more.
yeah.
But then maybe don't go rub it in your colleagues' faces, you know what I mean?
Do you know what is so weird? Because when I joined, because I was on such a low salary, I was discussing it with everyone. I was like, "What are you getting paid?" Because I wanted to know if it was like a company thing or if it was like a me thing.
Yeah.
Um, so I kind of tried to be transparent, but then it's funny because when I got my job, when it was advertised internally, you could see the salary. And I was like, so everyone knows my salary. And
Oh, that's mad. I
it's
didn't know that.
it's really awkward because where my team are globally, like they're based abroad, they get
Yeah.
naturally they get paid less because of the tax bracket in the countries that they're in. So everyone knows what I'm getting paid, and I just feel so awkward about it. I feel very awkward about it.
Yeah, that's mad. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
It is
So
tricky, isn't it, how you can do the same job and get paid less somewhere else. But then I guess it's all relative to the cost of living. Like, there's lots of factors that come into play.
yeah, it's about like purchase power, like purchase power in London versus I don't know, like a bird, for example, is going to be
Yeah.
very different.
Mad. That's actually mad. I didn't know that.
Yes, I find it so awkward. And because we've like as a team at the end of year discussions we were discussing pay a lot and like pay rises and stuff. And I just felt so I don't know, I just felt so awkward.
Yeah, that's techie. But equally, as you say, it depends on the country you're in. So,
Yeah, like technically we should technically be getting paid the same because of purchase power.
yeah, which is acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, pay is so you have to have. I don't discuss pay with people unless I have a really good bond with them. And I'm like, yeah, cool. But even then, when I go to discuss it, I'm like, oh, is this going to be awkward? Is this not? But I
Yeah,
know
what
I'm
about when
underpaid,
it's
so
like
it's
what
fine.
about when it's like bonus season? How do you does everyone talk about like what they got and their bonuses?
No, people are so secretive. It's so freaking annoying because I want to know. Like,
Yeah.
how am I ever meant to know as someone who has no family in the industry, like nothing like that? How am I ever meant to know what is correct
So
if no
yeah.
one tells me?
Yeah.
It's really annoying. But there's two guys who were at the same level as me in separate teams, and we were all in the same cohort. One was like literally my equivalent, so we had the exact same experience as a graduate, same role. The other one was an apprentice, but he qualified at the same time with us. And so us two that are graduates were super close, and the guy who's an apprentice, like we're fairly close with him, but not as close. So we were like to each other, right, we're gonna shout out our bonus in 5 seconds and just see if we got the same.
Yeah.
And we did it, and we got the same, and it was all fine.
Okay.
And then that guy, we were like to him, but in separate conversations. We're like, oh, so what did you get? And he was like, well, I'll tell you if you tell me. So we still don't know what he got because it's like neither of us would say
Is
it
it?
first.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But
That's jokes.
techie is so techie. You have to be tight with someone. It's mad because I feel like the corporate companies want it to be that way. They don't want people to know
Exactly.
because they want to pay you as little as they possibly can. Whereas if you discuss it, then you find out if you're getting paid right or not.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But
why I discussed it at the start because
yeah.
I was like I felt like I was getting paid too low. And then something got done about it and I got paid higher. So
Yeah, it's so hard. It's like finding that balance as to whether, I don't know. Because also, some people are like to me, don't talk about pay, it doesn't make you look good. But I'm like, well, fuck. How am I meant to know if I'm being paid right if I don't speak about it? Oh,
it's so true.
it's
It's so
techie,
true.
guys. It's techie. But whoever sent that in, don't worry about it. That's their business. Like, you're getting paid what you're getting paid. It is what it is. If it comes back to you, and what?
And what?
Like,
You deserve it, probably.
and what? Yeah. Oh, on that note, should we see what our dilemma's about this week?
Yes, okay. So, dilemma. Hi, girls. This podcast is a staple for my Monday morning commute, so thank you. Do you know what? Sorry, it's actually mad because when I get, like, we get told quite frequently that people use this as their commute podcast, and I find that so mad.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Because
I
in my
actually find
head,
it
it's
mad that people want to listen to our voices. I
no,
listen to
yeah, same.
myself and I'm like,
I hate it. I literally hate it.
Billy, I think did I tell you the other day I sent Billy a voice note and he was like, bruv, you don't speak. He was like, you literally just rap. You talk so
Yeah,
fast. And
yeah.
now I'm really trying to work on, it's not working,
No, Ellie,
but I'm
but I
trying to
really
slow down.
appreciate that because with most of my friends, I have to put them on 1.5. But with you, if
I'm
I
so dead.
no, I this had literally happened the other day. Actually, I was listening to one of my friends' voice notes that I have to put on 1.5, and then I went to listen to yours, and it's preset at 1.5, and I was like, whoa, I have to put it back to one. So I was like, no, Ellie needs a one only.
Yeah, boy, I'm like, there's no time, honestly. But sorry, back to this person. Not all
Yeah,
about
sorry.
us.
Okay. I'd like some advice. I'm mid to late 20s and through a mix of hard work, sheer luck, and good management, I'm now in the position to become a manager myself.
Congrats. Love that.
I've been looking to enhance my leadership skills and gain some management experience for a while, and finally the opportunity has risen. Great, you say. However, I've just been debriefed on the new girl I'll be managing, and honestly, between you and me, I do not feel qualified. She's older and on paper more experienced. How do I overcome the fear that I'm not good enough despite having wanted this opportunity for ages and working so hard for it? Any advice to walk me down from this cliff would be most appreciated.
Do you know what? Yeah. I honestly feel like, so one of my sisters lives by this. She always said to me, her first role, she led up a team. Her
What?
first role. She
What the
said
heck?
she was so underqualified, but she lied on her CV because it was like post recession and she just needed a job.
No
Yeah,
way.
insane. I think she ended up getting the job as well because the guy randomly, just potluck, had went to the same university as her.
Mad, okay.
And she said from then, because she was thrown out of her deep end and she just had to, because she was thrown out of her comfort zone in the deep end, she just had to do it. She is smashing it. Like she's aced everything in her career. Honestly, she can go as far as she wants to go because she just has this air of confidence about her.
Hmm.
And so I'm saying, just do it. It doesn't matter if someone on paper looks better than you just have to do it. If you never do something when you're not ready for it, you're always going to be sat there like, am I ready yet? Am I ready yet? I'll just wait. And then you'll never do it. So just do it.
Yeah.
What's the
It's
worst that can
true.
happen?
You are never going to be ready, really. And if you are, yeah, no, it's just when is the right time? Like, I
Yeah.
totally agree that, like, the best way is, I mean, I say this without having never managed a single person in my life.
Likewise. Have my intern now, literally.
Oh my God, yeah.
Drove me nuts.
Wait, someone drove me nuts. Oh, but I wasn't managing them. Anyways, um, yeah, I feel like feel the fear and do it anywhere. Anyways,
I love feel the fear and do it anyways. Sorry, what bar?
I didn't come up with it.
Where's it from?
I don't know. It's just what the people say.
Oh,
It's
I'm
word
not in
on
the
the
loop.
street.
I love that. Oh my god, taking that. Yeah, just do it. Just go for it.
Oh, it's hard though. It's scary.
It is, it is. Mate, do you know what? I deeped it this week, yeah. So there's my manager, the girl who they hired in, who's gonna become an associate, and then me, yeah. There's other people in the team, but like in terms of hierarchy. And she has just joined the team. I've been in the team almost a year now. And I go to my manager, I'm like, can you just check this? Can you just check this? Can I just check this is okay? You're happy for me to send this off? Girl, my manager was away and she was like, do you think that sounds alright? I was like, yeah, no, that makes sense to me. She's like, all right then. Hit send. No one checking it, nothing. I was like, these are
Oh my
the
god.
balls that I need to
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah. It's
So,
true.
word to you, just go for it. Just have them balls, take that management job, and just do what you can do. Because best believe, yeah, no one, people are going to surpass you if you don't just start taking the job. That's
It's
what I'm feeling for
actually true.
myself.
If not you, then who? Like, no one is going to be prepared, really. Like, people will bring different strengths to the job, and if you're
Yeah,
given the opportunity, then just try it. Just try
yeah,
it. It's just, it's so much easier said than done, though, isn't it?
it is. But also, I do feel like, as someone who's been in the company longer than this new person, you do have an advantage. There was like it was better for you to manage them, even though on paper they look more qualified than you, because you know how the company works, you know how the day to day works. So without a shadow of a doubt, they're going to need you to learn from. So there are
True.
things you can bring as a manager, even if you think on paper they have more skills than you. And I completely
Very
agree with
true.
you. Everyone's skills are different, so you'll teach them something, they'll teach you something, and it's great. Everyone's
Do you
a
know what,
winner.
as well? Something that my manager always tells me, she's like, some people are really intelligent, but not everyone can manage. And that's
Preach it.
like, and people listening to this probably see that with maybe their own managers, that like they haven't had good managers because they don't know how to lead and how to encourage and how to inspire and things like that. So it's actually a totally different skill set that maybe this person hasn't had the chance to practice yet
Yeah.
that they might excel at.
Honestly, say this all the time. I feel like there are so many people being made managers without any proper training.
Yeah.
And it does not come natural to most people.
Yeah. Facts.
Even with the managers that I've had that I'd say were phenomenal, there are things they're lacking. Like, there are things I could easily pinpoint and be like, but you're lacking this, you're lacking that. Like, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Fingers
Agreed.
crossed. Best of luck. This did, however, inspire our poll, / just generally mine and Maggie's discussion most weeks about life, about our managers. So this week we asked, do you prefer to have a manager who is the same gender as you? You've always had women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've only ever had men. And so this is something we've discussed a
Yes.
fair bit. And yeah, we just wanted to know what people feel. But before we ask people, give us your opinion, girl.
It's really hard to compare because I'm comparing against something that doesn't exist. Like, I've had a male manager, but it was like in Sports Direct, so I'm not counting that.
Yeah.
Because that is just not even. But I feel like having a female manager, I don't know if as a young woman in my career, it's just helped me to, I don't know, I just feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But like, not comfortable as in like my safety, but like comfortable as in maybe they'll appreciate that I'm a young woman, and so maybe they'll like come at me with more kindness or something. I don't know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know if I'm chatting shit actually. Okay, I think having a female manager right now has been really, because there's just, oh my god, I don't know my opinion.
That's fine. You've only ever had, other than obviously Sports Direct, female. So it is hard to give our opinion when we've only ever had one.
Yeah, I will say that there does seems to be like to have a lot more emotion involved with female managers. And I think in the corporate lingo that would be like more politics involved. But I don't know if it's the same with men or not.
I feel like it depends. I've had such a range of managers. Like, mate, I've had, I'd say five managers in my career so far, just based on the fact that obviously I've hopped from team to team, people have moved on, etc. And they've all been so different. But I totally hear you in that as a woman myself, I feel like I like cared way more than my male bosses.
Yeah, it's just like
There's more emotion to a
it's
woman.
yeah, and it's not in the sense of like crying about anything, but it's just like I feel I just feel like there's a safe space. Do you know what? I think this is what it is. I feel like though it's never happened, but I feel like there's a safe space if something were to happen. For example, actually, that it has happened. When I was going through my smear test
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
I felt so comfortable talking about it to my manager and like talking to her about like my acne stuff and all of this because she's a woman and she just, I don't know, we were talking about hormones and stuff and like the female body, and I just
Yeah.
felt like a safe space. Maybe I could feel that with a male manager too, but I just feel like inherently I just felt safer speaking to my female managers. And I also think that another caveat is because both of my female managers had daughters who are around my age. So I
Yeah, that's
feel
a good
like
point.
maybe they have that nuance as well, which makes me feel safer speaking to them about things.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about having a woman manager. I've never had one, so I can't really compare. But I do love working with men because I do just feel like they're so to the point, like the managers that I've had. And
Mm.
they're just also, I love the fact that they don't care too much, because I think,
Mm.
especially with my manager currently, he is the complete opposite to me. He is so blasé. He's so chilled. He's like, can wait till tomorrow. They can wait. We're not saving lives.
Is it?
Yeah. And I think it's
Okay.
really helped me to be more calm and just more relaxed at work. Whereas before I was so irate, I was always trying to impress. I mean, I still am, but less so. Um, yeah, it's really hard. But I'm not sure I could work under a woman. I don't know. Why do I feel like, I don't know, it just seems more scary. I feel like women who are bosses are more scary.
Oh, I can tell you that for free. I
Yeah.
like I one of the directors I look up to so much. I've definitely spoken about her to you before, and she kind of scares me. But like she kind of scares me more than like any of no 100% she does more than any of the male directors. Like if I
Yeah.
had to speak to her versus speaking to them, I respect her so much more. And she's just such a boss. Like, and you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe that's like my internal misogyny that, like, when a woman's a boss, like, she must be a certain way. And
Yeah.
therefore, like, she can't be like a gentle, like, type of woman. Maybe she's like the opposite. So maybe that's my internal misogyny coming through.
I have it too, girl. That's how
Yeah.
I feel. And I also feel like, I know this isn't right, guys, and we're making loads of like swooping statements here. But I do feel like, generally speaking, in a lot of industries, women have to work way harder to get to the
Mm,
top. And so
yes.
I feel like when they get there, they must be 10-10. And so I'm like,
True.
and also you just want to impress, I don't know, like that woman can carry you up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
just
true.
don't feel the same pressure with men. I don't know. Maybe just the men I've come across are like super tame and just really chilled, and I just feel really comfortable being quite open and bossy.
Yeah, this
Whereas with a woman, I don't know, she might think I'm catty, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so interesting that you say that. Because I think I feel like it's like a solidarity thing
Mm.
with having a female manager. It's like if shit does hit the fan, like I'd hope. Although that's not actually the case, is it? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's tough. Let's see what people said, because yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
So, what do you think people said? Same gender, different gender, or I don't care?
I feel like most people don't care, surely.
Wrong.
Oh,
Most people, it was very, very close. I'll be real. 38% said same gender. That was the most.
is it?
Mad. 27% said opposite gender, and 35% said they don't care.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
same gender. It was basically, I mean, let's be real, guys. They're basically all like 30%, and a little bit more. But yeah,
Interesting.
mad. Some people did send in their opinions as to why. Um, so let's have a little read. I will start with this one. Okay. So this person said, for context, this person is a woman, and they've said, no, I wish my manager was a man. I know that sounds so regressive, but it prevents boundaries from being blurred, especially when they are also a lot older than you. They are defo less empathetic, but things remain professional, and they don't really care about small pedantic issues. This is exactly what we said, and this is the same as my experience. My male managers are so laid back, whereas that is actually the word I used to describe myself all the time, pedantic.
Yeah, that's so interesting because yeah, that's I guess yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tricky. And I do feel like, do you know where they're talking about boundaries being blurred and stuff like that? So throughout my whole career, I've only worked with men. And then just in my new team now, like even colleagues, everything was always men. They didn't really have much crossover with like, only one of the teams I went into had females. And I didn't really have much crossover with the females in that team. But now my team is mostly female. No, we're all female. By my manager and the apprentice in our team. And and I've become really close to them, and I tell them a lot. Like, do you know
Yeah.
when it's like verbal diarrhea? I just tell them everything. It just slips out.
Ellie, I literally, when I joined this team, because before my team was not in the UK, and then I joined this team, and two of them, plus my manager, so three people in total, were in the UK, all women. We're in the
Yeah.
office. Why am I telling them about my dating life? I don't, that I never meant to cross that boundary at work, but here I am telling them
Yeah.
about my dating life. What the
Oh,
hell? What the hell? Why does that happen?
I don't know. It's like women. We're just. Yeah. I don't know. It's tough. It's so
That's
tough.
and that's what I mean
Such
by
a good
like,
point, though.
yeah, that's what I mean by the solidarity thing and like the safe
Mm.
space. Like you feel like
Yeah.
you can open up and it's just like it's just nice kind of thing. And
Yeah.
actually, I will say another thing. When I There was one project that I was going through the trenches with, like it
Mm.
was so difficult. And I remember I went into the office and I logged on and I had a crazy email from the client and I was like, shit, shit, shit. And I remember feeling really safe to like be like to my manager, like, I'm a bit stressed by this
Yeah.
email. But I said it in a very calm way because I don't want to come across as too emotional.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I feel a little bit stressed about by this, but I felt safe to do that because we'd built up that rapport earlier of
Yeah.
like being able to talk a little bit about our feelings. Whereas if I had a male manager, I don't know, would I? I don't know. Do you?
Do you know what, guys? I think I have. I'm waiting to fall off this mountain. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting to stack it on a stick and come tumbling down because I have been so lucky with my management.
Yeah,
Like, and I've spoken to other people who have had the same manager as me, and they don't feel the same way. I've just
same.
really bonded with my managers, and like, they know that I get stressed and I will freak out, but they also know that no matter how I'm feeling, shit will get done. The job will
Yeah.
get done. It will get done to a very high standard, and so they don't mind that I can become a bit scatty and stressed and like overly emotional and care too much about my job. Um, so I do tell my manager pretty much everything. Like, I tell him exactly how I'm feeling, which is
Can you
mad,
talk
isn't it?
about like your life stuff with him?
Like, we talk about, oh, I don't know in what sense. Like, yeah, I kind of do. Like, I'll talk to him about my week, and I'll be like, "Yeah, Billy didn't do the washing up," or I'll be like, "Do you know what I mean?" Um, but like, I wouldn't talk to him about hormones and stuff like that.
Like if you're having like a really bad period or something.
Oh no, absolutely not. But I don't
Smear
think.
test. You were going for a smear test.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So there are some boundaries, but then I like that. I
Yeah,
like
but
that
that's
there are,
good. Yeah, it is good to have
yeah.
boundaries.
And also, not in my current seat actually, because my current manager, like, that guy's in his own level. He does not care what people think about him. He like, do you know most people like you have to, let's be real, you have to lick some ass to go far in corporate, yeah? Let's
Yes.
be real. It's the people's business.
Yes.
He just does not care. Like, he couldn't care less. He knows he's good at his job, and if they don't respect him, then he's not going to work hard for them. But my other managers weren't like that. They also wanted to please, and they loved people sucking up to them. And I'm not a suck up. I just genuinely am keen to learn, and I get on really well with people. And I'm always like, people, I'm just in awe of how intelligent the people that I've worked with
Same.
are.
Yeah.
And I feel like with men, this sounds terrible,
Oh,
but they
say
love that.
it.
And so they love me
Yes.
in a professional manner.
Yeah,
But they just
yeah.
love the fact that I'm so inspired by them and in awe. Whereas, would a woman feel that way?
I feel like women are can just see through it. They can
Mm.
see. They just like a bit more. I don't know. Sorry to the men listening, because I just feel like we're so not politically correct on this episode. But
Yeah, this
it's
episode. No one cancel us, please. It's just personal experience.
I'm just speaking freely, but yeah, I feel like women, like I can tell if someone I just feel like we have a bit more emotional awareness but
Mm,
that's scientific though. Women do mature emotionally faster than men. So maybe that's what
yeah.
it is. We're just a bit more up to speed. So we can kind of see through shit like that.
Yeah. It's tough,
And
guys. It's tough.
we're only impressed if something isn't actually impressive.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
maybe that's just the women I've come across and that you've come across, and maybe like this person is saying that they don't like their female manager. So
Yeah. It's so hard to tell as well. I do feel like because I'm a woman and I've worked in solely male teams, they have just been so lovely as well. I feel like I've had that added like edge where they've taken good care of me.
mm.
Almost like, oh, we've got this like little girl in our team. We
Oh,
need to, do you know what I mean? Which I don't feel like I
yeah.
come across that way, but apparently I do.
I see, I see.
Yeah. What else has everyone else said?
Okay, someone said, hell yes, I've had a few managers who were all men, but my current manager is a woman and an absolute boss. I feel way
Love
more
that.
motivated working under her than any other manager I've ever had.
Okay. That's interesting. I can't speak because I haven't had a female manager.
Yeah, I literally am so inspired by my manager. She's such a boss, and do you know what I think is nice actually is that it's someone who like you can. I mean, you can see this for a male manager as well, but it's like, oh, I can be like her.
Yeah.
It's like you can see what you could be like.
Yeah. No, I totally hear that. I actually do because, yeah, it's being able to vision. It's like having a clear picture in front of you of what your future
Yeah,
could look like.
yeah,
Whereas obviously, like women, men, it's going to be a bit different. Let's be real. Um, yeah, I hear that. I feel like I've just been really lucky and I've had amazing managers, so I do feel super motivated.
yes.
No matter who I've worked underneath. But who knows, guys? Maybe one day I'll have a female manager and I'll be like, oh, this is just life changing.
And likewise for me.
Yeah.
But if I had a male
Who
manager.
knows? Let me do another one. Oh, this person said, I don't think gender should matter. It matters that they're good at their job and help you to do well in yours.
Facts.
I hear it.
Facts.
I do hear it. I think, yeah, at the end of the day, all you need is a nice manager.
Yeah, it's the personality really, not gender, is it?
Yeah, 100%. Even though after everything we've said in this episode,
Yeah.
we can only speak on our experience. Should we do
uh,
one more?
yeah, sorry. Someone said, sorry to say, I'm a woman, but I'd want a male manager all day long. My experience with male managers has been fairly neutral so far, exactly as you would expect, professional and respectful. Whereas I had a female manager and she was horrible. Hot one minute, cold the next, always bringing her problems to work, and I just couldn't read her.
It's intense. Yeah. Do you know what? I feel like it's the same as us. You can only speak on the experience you've had.
Yeah,
And so if this is their experience, then I hear why they would want a male manager.
yeah,
But equally, maybe
exactly.
you've had horrible male managers who were just really cold and like
Yeah,
worked really hard and pushed you really hard. And so you want a female who you feel is a bit more empathetic. I think it's just luck. If you've got a nice manager, if you haven't.
I agreed. Fully agreed.
And if the Lord can keep my luck coming, then I'll be super grateful.
For real, amen, touch wood, all of that.
Peace. But
No,
yeah, well, guys, we'll leave it there. But thank you so much for listening. Please, if you want us to discuss anything, send it in to grownupsthepodcast@gmail.com or
DM us at Grown Ups Podcast. Bye.
bye.